On the night that I left my home after going public about being swatted on August 5th, the hotel I was staying at got doxxed. I decided to tell my supporters that I was safe by posting a photo of my fiance's cat on our hotel bed in my Discord server. The people who have been harassing me spent hours cross-referencing the bed sheets with other local hotels until they found a match. In the morning afterwards, 5 different pizza companies sent pizzas to my hotel room under my dead name. Obviously, it isn't the pizzas that are the problem, but it's the threat that they make, that they know where I live and are willing to act on it in the real world. My fiance and I promptly checked out, and we are now living at an undisclosed location. I did not want to give my stalkers the satisfaction of knowing I was sent those pizzas, so I never brought it up publicly. Despite that, one of the managers of one of the pizza companies, having recognized my name from all of the local media coverage, decided to call into London Police Service. I got a call on August 14th from the Hate Crime Division of London Police Service. They are now investigating what happened as criminal harassment and are attempting to trace the IP address of whoever sent those pizzas. This is part of the same multi-jurisdictional investigation between London Police Service, Toronto Police Service, and Durham Regional Police Service to track down the person who stole my identity and used it to weaponize the emergency response team of the London Police Service to terrify me at best and kill me at worst. On July 31st, I received a call from Sergeant Nathan Gibson of Toronto Police Service, who informed me that there had been an attempt to swat me in Toronto. On a stalking and harassment forum known as Kiwi Farms, the users had narrowed down my address to one in London, Ontario, and one in Toronto, Ontario. The police sent SWAT teams to the addresses in both of those cities, including my home, because emails in my name were sent to local politicians making threats of committing mass violence. I've since talked to the elderly Italian man who shares my last name and lived at the address that got swatted in Toronto. He had nothing to do with this. And innocent people are being hurt in an attempt to hurt me. This needs to stop. The common denominator between me getting swatted, the pizza pranks, and the elderly man in Toronto getting swatted is that users of the website kiwifarms.com had doxed me and publicly posted the address of my hotel room, the house that I used to live at, as well as the address of the elderly man in their attempt to find my address. I have been the target of an intense harassment campaign now for several months. I have had friends doxed, I have had family doxed, I have had people even loosely associated with me doxed. But over the last month, things have been escalating. On August 1st, my graphic artist who lives in Austin, Texas, was also the victim of a swatting attempt. Because of all of the connections between this, it is all part of the same investigation. And the police are now monitoring my thread on Kiwi Farms very closely. Kiwi Farms is an online community of stalkers that torment and harass their victims so intensely, it led London, Ontario resident Julie Terryberry to take her own life on June 29th, 2016. I have already identified one London, Ontario resident who regularly posts about me in my thread on that website, and I am scared that things are going to escalate into future violence against me. I know there are more people who live in my city who post in that thread and are trying to hurt me. For my own safety, I am now living in Airbnbs. I'm having them rented out by a third party, and I am using a VPN to make it so no one can trace my IP address. I'm also using a green screen, so no one can match the furniture in the background to local listings and dox me again. I have essentially had to go into hiding for my own safety. I've invested in a portable streaming setup so I can put all of my gear into a couple bags and take them with me anywhere I need to go and continue streaming. This way, I can keep myself safe, and I do not have to give up on my career aspirations. I do not want to live with the constant fear of being located and having threats escalate against me, putting my life at risk, as well as the lives of people I care about. Using the money that was generously donated to me through GoFundMe, I am able to keep myself safe until I secure a new place to live. I cannot thank you all enough for giving me this opportunity that so many other people did not have. I have already hired a lawyer, I am consulting with another lawyer, and we are going over the possible legal routes that I can take in order to seek justice for myself. While there has been a lot of speculation on what I plan to do and who I plan to take legal action against, this is not something that I can say right now. When the time is right, I will go public. Until then, I am keeping the GoFundMe up, but any donations towards it from this point forward will be strictly towards the legal fund. Anyone who wants to donate to it can do so, and you will be given updates as legal actions progress. Seeking justice for myself and others will be a massive, lengthy, and costly undertaking. We need a war chest if we want to see future plans materialize. I've had a lot of people reach out asking how they can donate since the recent press coverage came out. If you wish to do that and have the money go directly to me instead of towards the legal fund, I have a Patreon that I use to pay the team that has helped me keep myself safe for months, and I would deeply appreciate it. Police Chief Williams of London Police Service has personally called me and apologized for the conduct of London Police Service during the swatting incident on August 5th. My threat on Kiwi Farms is now being actively monitored by the police, and he has vowed to catch the swatter. I have been asked by multiple journalists from local and national media outlets how I feel about the response of Police Chief Williams on August 11th. I told him that I would not be willing to accept his apology unless he and London Police Service are willing to work with me to the best of their ability in order to catch the swatter and also the people who provided all of the information that the swatter needed in order to mobilize the emergency response team of the London Police Service in an attempt to harm me. The Chief of Police said in a statement that what I went through was shocking and traumatic, and I appreciate that he acknowledged that. While I'm still deeply upset at the conduct of some London Police Service officers, as well as the incidences of dead naming and misgendering, I do not wish to be antagonistic towards them if they are willing to show in a good faith effort that they will help bring the criminals to justice who not only swatted me, but provided all of the information needed to do so. I do not believe I would have gotten my possessions back in a few days had I not gone to the media. The lawyer who represented me while I was in custody told me that getting my possessions back was a process that could have taken months. I also do not believe I would have received an apology from the police chief had it not been for all of the media coverage surrounding this incident. However, because London Police Service seems to be taking the threats against my life seriously, I am willing to work with them to the best of my ability. The response to what happened to me has been overwhelming. There's been a tremendous outpouring of support, and news of what happened to me went international. Despite how much I've gone through, seeing all of that support made me feel significantly less alone during one of the most stressful periods in my entire life. I just want you all to know that I never plan to back down. I am never going to go away. I am going to continue fighting. Like I said in an interview with Global News, if they really want to stop me, the next time, they better manipulate the police into pulling the trigger, because I am going nowhere. If you are a journalist or a legal professional and interested in more details, I have left a press kit in the description that has a lot of invaluable information regarding this incident. We need as many people as possible to see this story, because it is the only way to seek justice for myself, as well as the countless others who do not have a platform to fight back with. Kiwi Farms is operated with impunity because they are relatively unknown outside of the internet. We need as many people as possible to know who they are if we plan to fight back against them. That's why I need every single person who has watched this video to share the video and to spread the word. We can only fight back if we make this both a national and an international discussion. This is the only way that you can help me, as well as honor people like Julie Terryberry, Chloe Segal, and David Kirk-Ginder, who took their own lives because of the harassment from this heinous website. Because I know the owner of Kiwi Farms is going to watch this video, I have a couple of words for Joshua Moon. Joshua, you are complicit in making multiple people commit suicide. You have made enemies everywhere. The legacy you are going to leave behind in this world is one of creating and operating a platform that for nearly a decade has tormented countless people. One day, you are going to get sloppy, and your entire life is going to collapse like a house of cards. And when that day comes, No one will be there to help you.